What's going on? It's your boy Zesty215, coach of the Philadelphia Pyroars, here with the Week 8 team builder and battle for the NCL OU League. Before we start with the team builder, I just wanted to let you guys see the standings once again. So after 7 weeks, we are currently sitting in 5th place with a 4-3 record and a 2 differential. However, if you can look, if you see, as you can see from 2nd, 3rd, 4th, all these teams have 4 wins. So every win, every game from here to the playoffs do matter. You know, we do have a chance at slipping out of playoffs if we lose 2 games. But we also have a chance at maybe even getting a bye week if we win a couple more games. So going into that was the way I was thinking, because this week we are going against the number 10th team in the league, coached by Accent, who are 1-6, and I kind of just was thinking like, hey, how hard do I want to build for this team? Like, I can kind of just prep, and not really show too much, seeing how we all watch each other's battles, and I might not want to give away any secrets. However, looking at this and seeing that like one win really can make or break how our season goes, I decided to go all out. Plus, a 1-6 record doesn't really show the type of battler he is. He can still be a great battler, but maybe just RNG hasn't fell in his way this season. So, also, that was the number one goal: get the win, so that way we can further our position in the playoff race. And secondly, it was to get Venusaur a couple kills, because as you can see, Venusaur is 3rd right now, and I really wanted to get 1st. So that was the second part of the mission, just to get Venusaur 1 or 2 kills. So even if we get 1 kill, and hopefully Fate Celesteela doesn't get any kills this week, probably won't happen, but if we can get 1 kill and Manaphy and Celesteela doesn't get any kills, then we can at least tie right now for most kills, and then continue with the rest of the season. So let's take a quick look at Accent's team. He is the coach of the Crystal City Hydragons. His team consists of Toxapex, Ferrothorn, Snorlax, Shuckle, Parasect, Megalopunny, Volcarona, Mimikyu, Rotom-Frost. I think his win con this week is Volcarona, because I don't have many checks to Volcarona. Definitely if he gets a Quiver Dance up, then pretty much any Pokemon that I'm bringing in is going to be just a sack. So honestly, the team we're bringing obviously 6 Pokemon, but 3 of them are throwaway mons, and I'm really only trying to win with 3 Pokemon, just because I feel as though he's going to bring this Volcarona in, get a Quiver Dance up. It's probably going to have the Bug Z, so I'm really going to have to sack a couple Pokemon just to get this thing down. Rocks are going to be huge this week. We're definitely going to do our best to try to get Stealth Rocks up early and as fast as possible. Now, his kill leader is Volcarona with 5. Megalopunny has 4 kills. Mimikyu has 4 kills. Ferrothorn has 3 kills. Snorlax has 1. I'm guessing he's going to run a Swords Dance Mimikyu set with the Disguise ability. It's an easy +2. But we also have some moves, some mons that can help deal with the Mimikyu. At least take a hit from the Mimikyu and go from there. So that's his team. Stay with me. Next, you're going to see my team, and then you're going to see the battle. So we're back, and this is our team for the week. First, we're going to start with Cabalion. Cabalion is going to be our dedicated lead. It's a very bulky Cabalion. It's just there just to get in the rocks and get out. It's going to be our bulky pivot. It's running Stealth Rocks, Volt Switch, Iron Head, Sacred Sword, 131 in the HP, 125 in the defense, and 108 in the speed, in a Jolly Nature. Now, yes, I did forget to put the remaining amount of EVs. They were just going to be in the defense setting, the specialty setting, so this is what the set would have been, but I did forget it during the battle. But anyway, the job of Cabal, like I said, is just to get up our rocks and pivot around. The 108 in the speed will allow a non-speed nature Mimikyu. We will outspeed. If he maxes out his speed for his Mimikyu, but doesn't give it a speed nature, the highest it can go is 291. This puts us at 306, so we will be able to outspeed it. And like I said, even though we don't have any attack investment, Iron Head will be doing it between 76 to 90% to his Mimikyu. So like I said, even though only thing we would have to do is just break the disguise. So that's why we're probably gonna have to sack him on just to break the disguise. If we break the disguise of a Mimikyu, then Cabalion can come in and check Mimikyu. Even at +2 max attack, adamant natured Mimikyu, Shadow Sneak only does a maximum of 35, Play Rough only does a maximum of 79, and Shadow Claw only does a maximum of 61. So seeing how we're going to be able to outspeed it, if my Cabalion is in before his Mimikyu, then we should be able to hit it once, break the disguise while he goes for his Swords Dance. Then we'll be able to outspeed, go for the Iron Head, hopefully do about 80%. Then he'll do about 80%, but then we'll outspeed him again with an Iron Head and kill from there. So that's Cabalion's job. Also, if he brings Ferrothorn, even without any attack investment, we're doing about 39 to 46% with Sacred Sword to Ferrothorn, so we can get our rocks up and start to threaten his Ferrothorn, and it really can't do much to me at all. So obviously the main problem would be Volcarona. If he brings Volcarona in, he can hit Flamethrower and pretty much get rid of me. However, if he brings it in, what I'm thinking is that if I lead with Cabalion, he's not going to lead with Volcarona. He's going to lead with something else, but then he's going to do whatever he needs to do and then switch out to Volcarona, and it's going to come in at 50% health because of rocks. With that, he's going to most likely go for Roost, and that's where we can just start to go into our trickery. Next is our big boy Mega Venusaur running thick fat. Leech Seed, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, and Synthesis. The Synthesis is on there just so that it can deal with a Quiver Dance Volcarona. Sorry. We have 252 with the HP, 125 with the defense, 31 with the special attack, 100 with the special D, and it's running a relaxed nature. With this EV spread, we're doing about 36% with Sludge Bomb. So like I said, even if he Quiver Dances, he's only going to be doing a max of like 63 to us. So Sludge Bomb, Synthesis, Sludge Bomb, and also with Leech Seed, we should be able to outlive the Volcarona. But at the same time, I'm not expecting to bring Venusaur in when Volcarona is at 100% health. I'm most likely going to bring it in when it's relatively low and he can't really roost because it won't do any justice to him. Mega Venusaur also can help deal with his other mons besides Ferrothorn, because I don't think we can 1v1 Ferrothorn, but Mega Lopunny is not really going to do too much to Venusaur. So yeah, I don't think if return does about 38, high jump kick will do max of 24. So I'm not really worried about Lopunny because I have ways around that. The main focus is Volcarona and Mimikyu. Next, we have our new partner on the team. We dropped, who did we drop? Gliscor, and we picked up Diggersby, and we bring in Diggersby, and we're bringing Choice Bands Diggersby. Earthquake, Fire Punch, Return, Quick Attack. This Diggersby is pretty much kind of going to be cleaning up. It can't eat a high jump kick from Mega Lopunny, but I think high jump kick's kind of too risky for him to bring, so he might bring something like Drain Punch as the fighting stab for Lopunny, and if he does, it still will do about 84, and it has a chance at an OHKO. But like I said, our return for sure will OHKO. Earthquake will for sure OHKO. Quick Attack will do about 50%. So most likely, I think he's probably going to be switching out if I bring in Diggersby on his Lopunny, and then it honestly can just take care of the rest of his team with no problem. Even the Snorlax, I don't think it is a problem for us. Yeah, no, because return will do about 68% to it max. The max it can do is about 68%. So next is Hydreigon, and this one we're running kind of like a crit Hydreigon. It's a little weird. So we're running Scope Lens, which holder's critical hit ratio is raised by 1 stage, and we're also running Focus Energy. So if we can bring Hydreigon in on a, hopefully if Mimikyu's down, we can bring Hydreigon in with the Scope Lens, with the Focus Energy. Kind of just get some crits going with Fire Blast and Draco Meteor, because that's really the only way Hydreigon can do any kind of damage. But at the same time, it's just one of those throwaway mons. Like I said, we are bringing 3 throwaway mons. This is one of them. Just something on there that can just eat a hit so I can bring something in cleanly. It's running Protect because hopefully I can bring Hydreigon in on the Mega Lopunny and is running Protect just in case he has high jump kick, because I can hit Protect and he'll take the damage from the damage you get from when you miss high jump kick. So that's why I was running Protect. I should have put Defogger on it, because now that I'm looking at it, I have no Defogger, and he has a lot of mons that can set up hazards. But this is the set we went with. It has 252 in the special attack, 252 in the speed, just so that it can outspeed his team, and it's running a Timid Nature. Next is Miltank. This is another throwaway mon. It's running Toxic, Milk Drink, Stealth Rocks, and Protect. Once again, Protect is on there for the Mega Lopunny, and also just to stall out Toxic turns. Stealth Rocks, just in case he does get Stealth Rocks away and Cabalion's down, we have another way to get Stealth Rocks up. It's running 252 with the HP and 252 with the special defense. Calm Nature, you can obviously see, since it's maxing out its special D, this is our Volcarona check. Bringing this set with, let me just make sure that I bring it in right. Quiver Dance. Okay. Yeah, so even at plus, I don't know, 3, it would take plus 3 for Buzz just to do 71% to 84%. And by the time he gets to plus 3, we're just going to press Toxic, and we're just going to be pressing Toxic, Protect, Milk Drink. So after the Toxic gets on, we're just going to press Protect the next turn. Then we're going to press Milk Drink. Then we're going to press Protect, and we're just going to keep switching like that, and that should hopefully help us stall out the Volcarona. Last but not least, it's actually a really weird set, isn't it? It's an Incineroar weakness policy set. So the objective behind this is to be able, like, hey, we need another check for Volcarona. What can check Volcarona? Well, an offensive Incineroar can check Volcarona, because even Volcarona at plus 3 special attack, Buzz is only doing about 61 to 72% to us. So with that being said, we're running Swords Dance, Knockoff, Earthquake, Flare Blitz. So we can get, if I bring it in, I can go plus 2 immediately, just clicking Swords Dance on the Volcarona. I can go click it and be fine. And then honestly, Incineroar can just take care of the rest of his team. Like, Knockoff does about plus 2. Knockoff does about what is it? Yeah, does about 61% to Snorlax, and if for some reason we can get plus 3, then it does about 76% to Snorlax. So Incineroar is looking like a really good mon that we can just take advantage of his team with if we position ourselves right. So that's the team. Weakness policy is on there just because, I don't know, I just wanted to get as aggressive as I can. And it's kind of a bulky set with 252 in the special in the HP, and then 252 in the special D, and 4 in the attack. So I was like, hey, maybe we can take a hit, and hopefully it's super effective, so that way a weakness policy can activate, and then we'll go. Then that plus Swords Dance, we can go plus 4, and then we'll just run through his team. So that's the team. If you want to see if it worked out, stay tuned. The battle's next. Yeah, so just hang on. You'll see the battle. I'm going to link up with Accent, and we're going to get the battle going. Okay, so I linked up with Accent, and I forgot to do the 6 mons that I thought he was going to bring, but I kind of talked about it during the team builder. I definitely thought he was going to bring Mega Lopunny, because it's just a great revenge killer. Volcarona, yes. Mimikyu, yes. Ferrothorn, yes. Snorlax, I didn't really think he would bring, and I didn't think he would bring the Shuckle. So, but now that I see the Shuckle, I know that the Shuckle is going to be the lead, and he's most likely going to go with a Sticky Web set. So I immediately just already started regretting default, but at the same time, I realized that my team is already kind of slow. So we were already going to be going second most of the time anyway, with Miltank, Incineroar, Diggersby, and Venusaur. So I was like, it's really not that big of a deal. So like I said, our guaranteed lead was Cabalion. He led with Shuckle, and I was like, hey, this is kind of perfect for me, because Shuckle can't really do anything to me. So I go with Stealth Rocks. He goes for Infestation, and at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm glad I went for Stealth Rocks, because now since he's trying to trap me in here, he's going to most likely go to Volcarona. And that is exactly what he does. He goes for Volcarona. It comes in at 51%. I go for Iron Head. It's at 31%. He gets the Flame Body off and gets the burn on me. But like I said, Cabalion's not really here to do damage. I Volt Switch and get out of there. I bring him down to 16, and I go for Miltank. I go for our Mon that's supposed to check Volcarona. Now, I know I said we can survive a hit, but we can't survive a Z move. And that's what he goes for. He goes for the Z move and he gets the kill, but that's no problem. With the kill, with him killing Miltank, I was able to get Diggersby in for our revenge. And like I said, revenge, Diggersby, choice span, quick attack does about 40% to his whole team. So we were able to get Diggersby was able to take out Volcarona. So now I'm just like, okay, now all we have to worry about is the Mimikyu. He goes for low punny. I go to Hydreigon, expecting the fake out. Now I didn't stay in with Diggersby because I knew the fake out was coming, and the fake out would have done a lot of damage to Diggersby, and then he would have just been able to kill me next turn with return. So I was like, hey, why not just go into one of our mons that we're gonna sack anyway? So I go into Hydreigon, he eats the fake out, then I go for protect, hoping that he would go for the high jump kick, but instead he goes for ice punch. Then he goes for the return, and the return didn't kill, which I think had a roll to kill, but it didn't kill. So then I was able to get off a Draco Meteor and bring that thing down to 10%. I go for protect again, seeing what he wanted to do, and I'm saying like, okay, he's just going to go for return. So at this point, I was like, I'm just going to let Hydreigon go down, and I started calculating to see which mons can eat a return. And I decided to go for Venusaur. I was like, hey, Venusaur has the best chance to eat a return, and can, with low punny being at 10%, Sludge Bomb would kill. So he goes for Drain Punch, and I decided to go for Giga Drain just because I was like, hey, I don't know what he's gonna do, but I don't want my Venusaur really taking too much damage. So Venusaur was able to get the low punny kill with Giga Drain. So Venusaur is currently tied with Celesteela with 9 kills for the kill leader. So I was excited. He brings in Shuckle. I just decided to go for Leech Seed. He goes for Infestation, so he's about to switch out once again. And seeing how I'm trapped, I was like, hey, we just have to stay. I went for Leech Seed again, thinking that he might want to switch out, but he didn't. He went for his Sticky Webs, but it's not really too much of a problem for me, just due to the fact that my team is already slow. So now he has all his hazards up. He has his Stealth Rocks. He has his Sticky Webs. I have my Stealth Rocks still up. I'm living off the Leech Seed. I was able to use Sludge Bomb and get the poison, so Shuckle's no longer really a problem to me. So with that being said, he switches out to Ferrothorn. Now Ferrothorn is a problem because we don't straight out 1v1 it. So at this point, and seeing how I had a Sludge Bomb on it, I was like, hey, so there's only going to be one move I can do to it, and it's Giga Drain. So I was like, hey, let's just get out of there, go to Incineroar. Incineroar, yes, eats some rocks damage and takes some Sticky Web speed drop, but I was like, hey, this is a perfect mon I can set up on. I'm going to bring Incineroar in and just click Swords Dance. He goes for Iron Head. It does nothing. He switches out and goes to Shuckle. Now I goes for Swords Dance and I get the +2 attack, as Shuckle unfortunately did not die from the Toxic. I wanted it to die from the Toxic so that way Venusaur can get another kill. However, it did not die, but it did die to the Earthquake. So Incineroar has 1 kill, Venusaur has 1 kill, and Diggersby has 1 kill right now. So he brings in the Mimikyu. I'm like, okay, here comes the free Swords Dance. But I was like, hey, this is our chance to break the disguise. And that's exactly what we did. We broke the disguise. So I was like, hey, Incineroar, your job is pretty much done here. You can die. You're staying in because our check is still here for the Mimikyu. But unfortunately, he did miss the Play Rough. And I felt bad because the Play Rough would have killed me. But he missed it. I went for knockoff. I got the kill. So Incineroar has 2 kills now. But now Incineroar can just swipe through his team. We go for knockoff on the Snorlax, bring it down to 13%. He goes for Curse. But at this point, there's really nothing he can do. So Incineroar will win us the game with 3 kills. I did speak to him after the battle, and you know, I did feel bad because, like I said, the Play Rough would have killed Incineroar, but we did have a backup plan. Like, I expected the Incineroar to go down, and from that point, I would have just brought in Diggersby or any of my other mons. No, I'm sorry, I would have brought in Cabalion, and then, yes, Cabalion's speed would have been dropped, and he would have been faster, but we would have been able to eat 1 play rough at +2, and we would be able to do about, like I said, 70 to 80% with Sacred Sword. No, I'm sorry, we were burned, so we'd have been doing like 50% to the Mimikyu. However, even the burn Sacred Sword would have put Mimikyu in range for a Diggersby quick attack. So we would have still came in and got the kill, but it would have just been with Diggersby. And then from there, Diggersby Earthquake would have been able to take care of the Snorlax, and Diggersby with Diggersby Fire Punch would have been able to take care of the Ferrothorn. So we still would have won. So we're currently 5-3 in the league, and if we were looking at the standings again, I don't think everyone played their week 8 battles yet. I think we were the first one. So right now we're currently 5-3. So we are, I guess you can say, in second place. But obviously we'll go over the stats again for the next week battle. So if you enjoyed the content, if you're enjoying everything you're seeing, like, subscribe, hit up the comment section. Like, I'm always down to talk to people. I like having new ideas. I try to keep the set spicy and different. So if you have any ideas on any kind of sets I can run, comment section right there. But yeah, like, subscribe, check out the other playlists. I'm telling you, you'll enjoy yourself just as much. All right, that's it for me. I'm out. See you next week. Deuces.